This is my 4th attempt to record part 3. It'll go for a few minutes and then it'll stop. So I'm not going to go this long because I keep reading it over and over. Cheryl Lynn was only able to sign an email with the words love. Actually, I think she said I love you. But it was before she knew that I really did. And once she knew that, then she couldn't say it again. But she says it makes a big difference for her. It keeps her grounded. That's her word. She says, I keep her grounded, and I'm like a reality check. And so now, I think I'm going to see, well, I better do a little more and then see if it records. I kind of changed subjects here. I said that I was age 30 before my first sexual experience. And it was 3 weeks to the day after I had met this particular woman. And we married 3 months to the day after we met. And we stayed married for 13 years, but then we divorced. A lot of it was my fault. Some of it was her fault, and some was just bad luck and change in the economy. But I felt so odd being 29 and being a virgin. But when I was 22, I got very religious. I wasn't raised Greek or Eastern Orthodox, but I learned Greek, I learned Russian, I became Greek Orthodox. I went into a monastery for 13 months as a novice, and it was too tough for me. I stayed very religious for about 20 years, but then became disillusioned, partly with myself, partly with the bishops. And they were old calendarist bishops, and they started fighting with each other, and each one said that the others were heretics and deluded by Satan. And each one said that they were the last true bishop on earth, and everybody else was in delusion, satanic delusion and heresy, and that the second coming was around the corner. And it gets a little too much, you know, to think that you're the one small little group that has the truth and everybody else is lost. So that's what happened to me. But I'll never regret those 20 years. I'll never regret the time in the monastery. I think that my 20s were richer because of my celibacy. And of course, when it did finally happen, I wasn't looking for it. It was like falling into a sea of bliss, an ocean of bliss. And now I'll see this darn thing as recorded, and that'll become Wendy 3, and I'll go on to Wendy 4. And I'm going to stop recording